In our dunya today, the dunya that we live in, the dunya that we cherish, the dunya that we run after, but it gives us nothing in return. And we run after the people of this dunya, the celebrities of this dunya, the famous people of this dunya, those people that we idolize. We run after them, but they don't even know our own names. We have taken the celebrities, the athletes of this dunya, and we have cherished them so much. We have taken them as role models. We have taken the celebrities of this dunya as role models. That shouldn't be the case. These celebrities that don't even know us, yet we know so much about them. The athletes, the basketball players, we know what the stats are in each game. We know where they play, where they played, where they grew up. We know so much information about them. But I want you to ask yourself, are they going to be there on the day of judgment to help you? Are these people going to be there on the day of judgment to help you? Why have we taken them as our role models? Who are these people? And I'm going to tell you about one person, one of the prophets, who should be our role model instead of these celebrities. These people are just regular people just like us. They were born and they're going to die. Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam. One of the greatest prophets to ever walk the earth. Ibrahim alayhi salam. The same Ibrahim alayhi salam that we say his name in Tahshahud. That same Ibrahim alayhi salam. The Ibrahim alayhi salam who is mentioned multiple times in the Quran. The Ibrahim alayhi salam who is known as Khalilullah, the friend of Allah. But I want you to ask yourself, how did he get that title? Who is Ibrahim alayhi salam? Who is Ibrahim alayhi salam? He is the father of the prophets. No prophet was sent after him except for that each of them was his descendant. Each of them was a prophet after him. SubhanAllah, I want you to think about that. He had two sons as well. Ibrahim alayhi salam. And why was Ibrahim alayhi salam, why is he so honored? Why is he known as Khalilullah? And I want you to think about it. We hear about Ibrahim alayhi salam so many times. That yes, he made these sacrifices, he did. But let me tell you, and I'm going to repeat the stories. And I just want you to live the story. Live the story like you were in his shoes. When Ibrahim alayhi salam, he went against his own people. I want you to think about it. When he went against his own people, because they were worshipping idols. He wanted to bring Tawheed into the land, and they were worshipping idols. How much guts does it take for you, one man, to stand up to your community? The same community that you grew up in, and the same community that your father is supporting. Ibrahim alayhi salam's father, he made idols. These people, they took idols as their gods. Astaghfirullah. And I want you to think about it. Would you have the guts? Would you have, for the youth, would you have the guts to stand up to your father if he was doing the wrong thing? And I'm not saying, if let's say your father is doing a business that isn't halal, I want you to think about it. Would you have the guts? And no, I'm not saying you go up to him, Dad, what are you doing? And you start yelling at him, No, that's not what Ibrahim alayhi salam did. He went to his father. And he said, My father, you're taking these idols. They don't even talk, they don't even speak, they don't do anything for us. Why are we worshiping them? With kindness. Look at Ibrahim alayhi salam in this moment. And when his people, when his own community threw him into the fire, I want you to think about that as well. Some of us, if we were in that situation, we would have been afraid. We would have been afraid. We would have seen a fire, we would have been afraid. We see the fire of this dunya, we're afraid. But we know about the fire of Jahannam, yet we're not afraid of it. We're not scared. We're not thinking about that fire. Ibrahim alayhi salam, fearless. Look at him. He was thrown into the fire, and what? Allah had his back. Allah cooled the fire, made the fire peaceful. Look at another moment of Ibrahim alayhi salam's life. When he left his wife and son, the son he got after so many years, in the middle of nowhere. These things, they sound crazy, but I want you to think about it. I think that mic is on, so it's causing ringing. You could just flip the switch. It's off? Okay. Okay, inshallah. He left his wife and son in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. SubhanAllah. And he left them. He left them in the middle of nowhere. How much, I want you to think about it. For the ones who are married in the crowd, for the fathers in the crowd, if Allah commanded you to do something similar, would you have the heart to do so? And look at Ibrahim alayhi salam, he didn't even question it. This is what made him special. He wouldn't question. He wouldn't question that, oh Allah, isn't this too much, Allah? Isn't this a bit too much? That I have to do something like this? And no, Ibrahim alayhi salam, he had tawakkul in Allah. He trusted Allah. He made the sacrifice for Allah. Allah had his back. He provided for his wife and son. This is who Ibrahim alayhi salam was. Another incident, and this is the famous story that we all know of. When Ibrahim alayhi salam was told to sacrifice Ismail alayhi salam, his own son, his beloved son, the same son that he would make dua for all the time, for the child he would make dua for. Some people, when they get married, they struggle with having a child. They have struggles with having a child. Imagine for the ones that do have children, imagine if you had no children. How empty would you feel inside? Yes, sometimes the children are annoying, but how empty would you feel inside that you don't have anyone to carry on your legacy? SubhanAllah. And Allah provided him with a son after such a long time, and Allah said, now you have to sacrifice his son. The same son that you would yearn for, now you sacrifice him. And Allah, SubhanAllah, and he did it for Allah. He did it for Allah, and Allah had his back once again. The knife wasn't cutting. What are the lessons that we could take out of this story? Why am I bringing up the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam? For the sacrifices that he made. This is why he was Khalilullah. He made the sacrifices. Not only did he make the sacrifices, yet what would he do? What would he do? He wouldn't question. Allah, you're telling me to sacrifice my own son? Allah, this is crazy. Allah, are you sure? Do I really have to do this? Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Aal-e-Imran, look at this. You will never achieve righteousness until you give up what you love, what you cherish. Ibrahim alayhi salam loved his son so much. He loved his son so much. Yet he was willing to give up his son for the sake of Allah. Allah does not need your donations. Allah does not need your salah. Allah does not need these things from you. Allah does not need your ibadah. Allah does not need the things that you love. But why did He test Ibrahim alayhi salam? Because He wanted to see, will Ibrahim alayhi salam, who is more value? Who has more value in Ibrahim alayhi salam's heart? The thing that he loves the most, his son or Allah? You will never, and this goes for myself as well, we will never achieve piety until we give up what we love. For some of us, we're addicted. We have addictions like vape, looking at haram on the internet, talking to the opposite gender. We have these addictions. We love Allah. If I were to ask everybody in this room, do you love Allah? Yes, I love Allah. What kind of question are you asking me? But are you willing to give up for Allah? What do you give up for Allah? What do you sacrifice for Allah? We all want to change. We all want to come onto deen. We all have that feeling in our heart that yes, we want to change. I want to be a better person. But what are you doing? Are you willing to give up your bad habits? Because anybody could say that, yeah, I want to change. Anybody could say, yeah, I want to give up vape. But are you willing to make the sacrifice to throw that disgusting thing out? Yeah, I want to stop talking to girls. But are you willing to block them on social media? Yes, I know I have a haram business. Yes, I know I treat people badly. But are you willing to give up the haram for the halal? We all love deen. We all love Allah. But we're not ready to make the sacrifice. We're not ready to make the sacrifice. And we see these things as, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it tomorrow. What makes you think that you're going to do it tomorrow if you can't do it right now? Yeah, brother, I'm going to start praying tomorrow. Brother, but I really want to pray. And then when you call the brother to the masjid, yeah, come to the masjid. Yes, we have a program happening in the masjid. Come. Yeah, brother, I want to learn Quran. Yeah, I want to learn Quran so badly. Come. There's this teacher. He'll teach you. But, brother, I don't have the time. How do you expect to change if you're not making the sacrifice? And what makes you think you're going to make it to tomorrow? What makes you think you're going to make it to tomorrow? Who told you? Who told you that you know you're going to make it to tomorrow? We think that we're going to live 50, 60 years. I'm going to have a great life. MashaAllah, I'm going to get married. All these things. And one day I'm just going to be laying in bed. I'm going to fall asleep. And that's it. No. Allah knows. Allah knows. You could walk out from here, go down the stairs, walk towards your car, and not be able to open that door handle. And you could collapse on the floor, and your life can be gone right in that moment. Are you going to be able to answer the 3 questions in the grave? Think about it. Are you going to? Have you made the sacrifice? Have you made the change? Why are you waiting till tomorrow? Right now. Right now, turn to Allah. Who said you can't turn to Allah right now? Stop waiting till tomorrow. And I want to talk about a hadith. And for some of the guys that come with me when I give talks, they know I always talk about this hadith of the man who killed 99 people. When he killed the 99 people and he went and he wanted to change and he went to the shaykh. And the shaykh said, yes, Allah will forgive you. Who stands between you and Allah? Who? When he said it. But look at what he said. He said, Allah will forgive you. But Allah will forgive you. But you need to leave this town. This town has bad people. The sacrifice. That is the sacrifice. And look, when he died on the way there, he was forgiven. Why? Why was he forgiven? Because he was on Sirat al-Mustaqim. He was on the road. He was on the road. He was on his way. And that is what we need to do. We need to make the effort. We need to make the niyyah to have change. Sometimes some sisters, they say, you know, I want to wear hijab. I want to. What is stopping you, my sister? What is stopping you? Stop letting, you keep letting shaitan get into your head, tell you otherwise, that people are going to judge you. Brothers, they say, you know, I want to change my life. I want to start waking up early for Fajr. My brother, just make the effort. My sister, just make the effort. Make the effort. Allah doesn't want perfection from you. You're going to fall down. Don't expect that you're going to stay standing up. You're going to fall down. This is what this dunya is. But make the effort. Have the niyyah to make the effort. And Allah will have your back. Just like He had the back of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Just like He had the back of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Whenever Ibrahim alayhi salam made the sacrifice, he had tawakkul in Allah, that Allah will have my back. If Allah can part the seas from Musa alayhi salam, what makes you think that Allah can't solve your mere problem? This is who Allah is. Allah is Ar-Razaq. Allah is the provider. Allah will provide. Just make the step. You can't get to the 10th floor if you're not even taking the first step on the first floor. You need to take the step. You need to take the step. And watch, everything will play on its own. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله ولكم.